Prasad? They got her? God damn it. Fuck this place. Fuck it.
Welcome, Rangers. You may approach the Patriot.
Three, when there were 50. Cold logic says I should turn you away. That there aren't enough of you left to do the job at hand. But that Dorsey ambush was my fault. And I owe you more than explanations and apologies. So, here's some... The Dorseys didn't just attack you. They attacked my city. This one was trying to burn down our jail. If you insist. Thank you. It's been too long since I've dealt with my problems firsthand. I'd like to do the same to all the Dorseys. In addition to this base and the aid I promised your general, I'll be giving you the resources. It's not enough. I know. The men and women you lost can never be replaced, but it's what I can give you. I hope you'll accept it. I'm glad to find you so amenable. I hope that means we're going to get along. Now, introduction. This base is your new home. From here, you'll aid my people and... Yes, Joe?
Pardon, Patriarch. It's Daisy. An update on the Garden of the Gods?
All right. Sorry, Rangers. Still putting out fires. Two of my best are waiting for you inside. Darius Kwan of the Marshals and my old friend Sergei Greatsky. Go see him. I'll be in when I'm done here.
I need to rest a spell. Catch my breath. That all right with you? I'm still healing up. Go out and find your footing while I get back on my feet. Oh man, we gotta finish. Sorry, I just want to get this done and get back later.
No sudden moves around the Patriarch.
Pleased to meet you, Rangers.
make me come down there.
Welcome, Rangers. I'm Marshal Darius Kwan, and this here's Sergei Greatsky.
Good to meet you, Rangers. Glad to see some friendly faces. Been rough around here these last few days. Dorsey's attacked us too. Snuck inside Colorado Springs and killed a lot of people. Situation's under control now. The Patriarch. Thank God they never got near him. He's the only thing keeping Colorado...
And sorry about these alarms. Something must have triggered the old security system. Trouble is, there's a bunch of angry How you deal with them is your call. Your base, your rules. Yeah, weird, huh? They weren't active when we looked up... Let's talk after you... I can hardly hear myself think.
Alarm. I hate alarm. A warning to you is over. This is a secure, government facility. You commit trespassing against. If authorization or you will be penalty. Negative. Servitors became active a week ago after a prolonged shutdown period with power restored. We are prepared to destroy foul interlopers such as yourself. Incorrect. Servitor Tarp Waru. Because order was given to Tarp Waru. You are foolish. You are invalid.
Well done, Rangers. Good to see the place up and running. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. The reason you're here. As you may know, I have a daughter and 2 sons. Liberty, Valor, and Victory. 2 of them conspired against me, and the 3rd blackens the Buchanan name with every breath he takes. Consequently, I banished him.
Один сын сделает заговор, третий просто ушел.
They've been skulking in the shadows ever since, but lately there's been rumors that I'm on my last legs. Lies, of course, but apparently my dear children believe them, and they've protection. You think I need I'm not worried about my children defeating me, Rangers. They won't, not even Liberty. What worries me is the destruction they'll wreak as they fail. They'll tear my land and my people to shreds. That's why they have to be stopped before they can start. That's why you, Rangers, have to find them and when I say bring them home, I mean bring them home alive. They're my blood. Kill them and we'll have a problem. Do I make my... You've already done the impossible by making it here. I trust you. Find Victories hold up in Aspen. Valor's under the protection of the Gippers in Denver. And Liberty's raising an army against me somewhere out on the Eastern Plains. What do you want to know? Divided loyalty, that's why. I trust my guards, but they don't. Everybody else is making plans for when I'm gone. The 100 families, the Gippers, the Marshals, they're all out for themselves. And they know my kids would make any Coloradan I send to bring Vic, Val, and Libby back home might think they'll get a better deal elsewhere. But not you. That's why it's you who's doing this. You've got the only loyalty that works. Boy's never been right in the head. Since he was a baby, he'd torture cats, terrorize the servants, set the house on... Anyway. I finally had enough and put the little monster under house arrest up in Aspen. Guess they weren't prepared, because now he's on the radio, laughing about what he's gonna do to his hostages and daring me to come after him. He, claims he's captured some Rangers as well. Don't get your hopes up. Vic likes to play with hostages. Might not be much left by the time. Soft, spoiled, fiddled with computers all day instead of learning the arts of diplomacy and war. Finally packed him off when he accidentally crashed. Made him my official ambassador to the Gippers. Hoping he'd do to their systems what he'd done to mine. That was a mistake. He took his revenge by convincing them to cut off oil shipments to my city. No oil means no heat, no light, and no food for my people. So getting Valor back and resuming... No, but the Gippers are tough and well-armed. And Denver's a death trap. Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. Problem is, she'd run it as a goddamn slave state. Wouldn't worry about her for now, though. Best to wait until you got a little more firepower. She's gonna be well protected. She's already tried once. Got all the way to the palace steps before we chased her off. She's been licking her wounds out east ever since. You'd better. Anything else? Uh-huh. The last dregs of a treacherous family. Thought I'd wipe them out. Mistakes linger, Rangers. I know that better than most.
Конечно, в пределах
Possibly. But I know the Dorseys from the old days. They don't take orders well. Then again, I wouldn't have guessed they'd have the guts to attack both you and Colorado Springs at the same time. So somebody put some... My staff and I coordinated the details of your arrival using coded transmission. Obviously, they were not. And you paid for it. I take full responsibility. Good. What else do you need? Of course. Now, if you want a chance to impress me, and maybe get a little... She's having trouble rousting some Dorseys who've been holed up in the Garden of the Gods since then. Why don't you go give her a hand? Show us what the Rangers can do. That's what I like to hear. I expect great things from you, Rangers. Do good work. All right, let's move out.
Танк, штурмовик. Я искренне надеюсь, что можно читать.
Rangers, come talk to me when you've got a moment. Want to discuss staffing and recruiting, that kind of thing.
Please, don't shoot. Who are you? You're not dressed like the... I'm Del Hackett, and I speak for these people. The other soldiers wouldn't want us around, I know. Few of us might be able to earn our keep. We're not trained fighters, but we can defend ourselves with a knife or a club. We all farmed in the border country between Colorado and the plains. Thought we were... Back then, the gangs feared the Patriarch. Not anymore. They burned our greenhouses and killed, not intentionally. The Patriarch's people drove up to the base a few days ago, so we hid in here for a while. Then when Andy went to... Don't know what happened. Been living in these ruins for weeks, and we never set anything off before. We're not welcome there. They already have too many mouths to feed. And more are always coming. You said... yes. I was sure you wouldn't. We won't be any trouble, I promise, and we'll help out. Oh, and one of our people is missing. Andy. Hear that, everyone? We gotta make ourselves useful around here.
Что я живу? Рабсила лишней не будет. А ты? Да. Целом. Из-под тишка.
October 12th, 1998. 6. No, 7 months since the bombs fell. Had an incident at the West Gate. Some civilians dug under the fence and tried to make a run for the commissary. Sergeant Peters told us to open fire. Standing orders. Orders to be shot on sight. They didn't look like much to me from 80 meters. And when we got close enough to inspect the bodies, I saw why. They looked like scarecrows. Just skin and bone. The oldest was maybe 15. Every time I close my eyes, I see that kid's face. God forgive me. I can't do this anymore.
You're good people, Rangers. We'll find a way to pay you back. Anything you need? Sure. Andy may have. He's the only one of us who knew computers. I told him to stay out of there because I was afraid of... We stay away from that awful room. Nothing but death in there. Yep. There was a man locked in there when we moved in, living off insects and mushrooms. I felt bad about that. He was... And those glassy eyes. Booby traps, mostly. One of my people disarmed an explosive on a door, but missed a gas mine under... I told everyone to avoid the room after that. No one here is worth losing over whatever guns may or may not be in. Poked my head in there and saw a giant robot next to a dead body. Hard pass. We first got into the base through a hole in the archive room's wall. Some critters living in there chased us around. We've been trying to snare them for a while for fresh meat, but they just chew through the ropes like they're Sour Patch Kids. Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
Sure was kind of you to let us stay.
Hey, dudes. Hi. Well, what's up? Haven't seen you before. Have I? Rangers, huh? Cool, man. Cool. I, like your look. I think I had a shirt like that once, a long time ago. Oh, sure. Top secret. So you're part of some important organization, huh? You look like you're, real important, you know? I can see it. Oh, yeah, man, of course. My name? Something like that. Honestly, I don't, remember. Been a long time since I thought about that, man. I kinda been here. Couldn't tell you, man. Like, there's no windows or clocks in here, Anyway, a long time. Long enough for other groups. Man, I got little crack in the ceiling over there, drips some water. So I just gotta, and you know what they say about it. So I added a little self-made fertilizer. Those mushrooms are growing good. Yeah, man, yeah. Oh, yeah, and bugs. Buzzy crunchers and climby snappers and skittery two-bites and running gushers. Sometimes roly poppers. That was a good day, but yeah, mainly mushrooms. Yeah, sure, maybe. Sometimes, like, a guy kinda hard to keep track of how, but, let me see. Last guy who came in to see me was the dead guy. Oh, man. So a while ago, that dead guy over there came running in, and yeah, then there's this big-ass flash of light from the computer machine, and he falls down, and then all these, then after a while, the alarm stopped, and then, well, she was a woman, dressed all raggedy. Anyway, she came in here looking sad. We talked, for a bit, and then she left again. Hope she didn't die, and she's haunting me for some reason. Though, now that I think about it, I guess... Oh, a real nice lady, man. Had a big old smile on her face. I think she said she was a trader. Talked about how she had some merch. Said I wasn't, well, actually, she said I wouldn't be suitable for her clients, which I thought was a weird way to... You know, man, it's, I've been here a long time, and there was a gentleman bear, the lip licker, and, the bloody screamer. But, yeah, hard to remember who came in first, and, which ones were just a nursery rhyme my grandma told me, so... Yeah, okay. Cool. Because, this... Oh, man, didn't you look... Okay, like, well... So a guy I used to be friend, though, too, man. Like, former friend who decided he didn't, want to go splitsies anymore. And when I woke up, I was in here. Real bummer, man. Like, seriously. I told you, man. My partner thought he was my friend, you know? But he wasn't. While those alarms were going off? How'd that happen? Well, that guy, he fell over under the computer machine after the flash. Maybe he landed on the buttons, or on the thing with all the little buttons. Or, oh, shit, man. Do you think someone snuck in here while I was sleeping and fiddled with those buttons? A prowler lurk? Oh, man, yeah. I'd really like to get out of here. Really. Oh, man, just like everybody else. Okay, well, I guess I'll see you around. Maybe.
I was thinking.
Wow, that's unusual.
Thinking you need to learn some respect.
What can I do for you? Yeah, man, you know it. I mean, we talked about it and all, so, later, dudes, and, don't forget to think about getting this door open. Oh, yay! Thank you so much, man. I owe you big. Thanks for, the assist, dudes. I owe you big time.
People are people, and sometimes they need help. That's what the Rangers do, right? Help people? Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
Need to fill you in on a few things, Rangers.
Systems active. Greetings, Rangers.
Come in, November 1. This is Marcelo Gonzalez. When you come back, Sergei Gretzky will be your guy if you need to find recruits to fill out your squad. Also, Marshal, pleasure's all mine, November 1. Be sure to stop by. Oh, one last thing. We're lightly staffed right now. If you find people out there willing to join up, invite them to HQ. We have the room and can always use the help. Over and out.
When I said, give me your best shot, I was kidding.
need to rest a spell. Catch my breath. That all right with you? Later!
Welcome to your communications hub, Rangers. The Patriarch was good enough to let me use my own gear, and I have my hive. From here on out, I will be your voice in the wind. You can contact Ranger HQ at any time through your radio, and I'll reach out as needed. When there's a rest, I've worked the radio for some time now, and I hear all kinds of stories from other parts of the world. Horrors you wouldn't believe. Just anytime.
We going after Nellius soon? I mean, no rush. I fucking hate the mountains. Remember who you're working for, and remember what it means if you fail him. I try not to. Seriously. There's a crisis coming for sure. The old man's on his last legs. His kids are a nightmare, and nobody else around here has the power and smarts. My job is to do what the Patriarch says until he dies. Then do what Daisy says after that. Hopefully neither of those things involve... Well, that's my job. Ha! You trying to get me in trouble with Daisy? The Marshals are great. The best. Okay, that's... The problem with the Marshals is, we don't work for the people of Colorado Springs. We work for the Patriarch. And that means we're more enforcers than police, which can lead to a certain, smugness among some of the troops.
Наташ, сколько мне сахара положила? Два сахара и зеленый чай. Ну, у меня это пакетик. Да он коричневый какой-то. Кстати, раз он уронил.
They know they're untouchable. They know citizen complaints aren't going to be listened to, mostly. So they think they can do whatever they want. And they do. So, they're not loved, the Marshals. Hey, you'd have to be a saint not to take advantage once in a while, and I'm no saint. I'll take a bribe here and there, if offered. But I'm not a shakedown artist. I figure, if it's against the rules, but it ain't hurting nobody, why report it? Great. I'm at your... Lead the way.
Good to finally meet you, November. I'm Sergei Greatsky. I'll be handling a lot of the logistics around the base, so you can focus on what you're here to do. Well, I've got friends in the Marshals, the Patriarch's Palace Guard, and some local militias. They've always got more folks wanting to sign up than they have positions for. So I asked my pals to sit... Now, some of these folks may be, less than top grade for sure. But most will be solid recruits, ready and willing to learn. You'll have to pick and choose. Happy to tell you what you need to know. Well, came here with my folks when I was a kid, and was a young man when Saul was trying to unite the families and make Colorado a state. I got behind him. I've served at his side ever since, fighting against the monster.
What Mr. Greatsky means is that he played a key role in many of the Patriarch's greatest victories.
You're too kind, Darius. Well, the fighting's never really ended. Trying to hold it all together is a constant struggle. This business with his children is... I do indeed. Some folks can't get past his brusque ways, but, of course, you'll hear a lot of folk condemning him for hurting this group or that group with his decisions. But the way I see it, they should be glad it wasn't. Happy to. What's on your mind? My advice is to put together a squad with complementary skills. Nobody can be great at everything. And you can always round out your squad with folk. Keep that in mind when you're choosing from the recruits I've rounded up. There you go. Anything else? I'll be here.